Hello, Chris here. Not going to mess around tonight. Straight to the beer. London Stout from the Meantime Brewing Company. They're based in Greenwich, which is where the Meantime thing comes from. I had a sudden moment yesterday where I suddenly realised and then did the PG Tips Monkey thing. Like that. It's a London Stout. Comes in at 4.5% ABV. The bottle says it's a complex marriage of fruit, malt and hops takes time, long maturation of the beer guarantees perfection. It says we're from Greenwich, we know about time. Well, hopefully they know about beer as well. I'm pretty sure they do.
You've really got the wrong glass.
The wife has just brought me the correctly branded glass for the interview. It's not an interview at all. It's been a really long week, if I'm honest. You know, my daughter's not been well. I've had a couple of nights on the sofa so that she could sleep in my bed and be sick. Do you know what? I really deserve this beer as much as anything else. So you have to excuse me for tripping over my words occasionally. Bear with it though.
It seems very wrong you drinking a stout.
Yeah, stout's not normally my ting. I don't know.
It's my stout. You're
Jamaican
stealing my
infection.
stout.
Yeah, it's the wife's stout, but I'm going to drink it anyway. It's a bit cold. It's a bit cold out, you know. Still, before we get to the spring, I just want to get into some of this darker beer. So anyway, nice dark cap on there as well. Give you some indication of what you're getting. Let's open them up using the Durham Brewery beer opener. Real masher this. There we go. Really rips apart the things. There we go. Let's have a look. Let's get this in the glass. Doesn't that look nice? Let's get the logo there. Lovely, lovely, lovely. 2-finger head, I'd say. It looks handsome. It looks really
It is
handsome.
a pretty pint, I thought that.
Yeah. Light tan head. Quite frothy. As always, give you an idea of the consistency of it. On my finger, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a 5-second head. Which, you know, is always a bonus. That's all I'm going to say. You have to excuse my wife's filthy laugh there.
I'm going to watch you do this when I embarrass you.
Good times. Alright, let's stick my schnoz in it and see what I get from that. You know, there's very obvious things you're going to pick up from this style of beer. You'd expect the probably a maltiness, certainly a coffee.
Not necessarily.
I'm getting the coffee from this one.
It is coffee, yeah.
I'm being bloody graded as I'm doing this. Good grief.
I'm the stout expert in this house.
Yeah. The wife drinks a lot more stout than me. She got onto it when she was pregnant. And didn't really ever stop. So that's a good thing.
I did stop being pregnant.
She did stop being pregnant, yeah. There was a child involved. I'm mostly in it for the discipline. You know, it's just yeah. A touch of vanilla on top of the coffee there. And in terms of what kind of coffee it is, it's
Yeah.
quite,
You're right, it is vanilla, not chocolate.
it's quite a sweet coffee, quite a strong coffee. Not an espresso. It's not quite
not
that
porter
quite that
espresso.
far down the espresso route.
No.
But I mean, what are the stronger kinds of coffee? I don't drink masses of coffee, but
I don't know. But vanilla, you're right. It's quite sweet for a stout.
If you were to have, what are the kinds? You've got latte, which is all milky. I know that much. What's mocha?
Mocha. Yeah, mocha. That's what I said last night. actually.
There you go.
Which is what?
I was either paying attention to my wife or I've worked it out through the magic of science.
Yeah, but mocha is what? Chocolate, coffee?
Yeah, but there's a piece of chocolate in there somewhere, but it's not overpowering in any sense, and it's present. It's like the vanilla and chocolate are there
Years
together.
ago, you used to be able to get little chocolates, and they were called Neapolitans, and one of those was called a mocha, and that's what it reminds me of.
So there we go, the Neapolitan mocha. Right, that's enough of me sniffing the beer.
It smells good, really good.
It does smell nice. It smells like it's going to be pleasant. I'm going to drink some of the beer now and see what happens. Cheers. So in terms of the mouthfeel, carbonation's present. It's quite fluffy as it goes in. Gives you a real chance to get the flavours about your mouth. It sits on top of your tongue and kind of goes sideways when it goes in.
Are you finding it's not as smooth as it smells?
Yeah. In my mind, a drink that looks like this would be thick and smooth. And this is actually...
It isn't, is it?
No, the fizz in it is enough to push it around in a way that I would expect this just to sink,
yeah.
rather than just be quite lively. But it is quite lively. It's quite pleasant. It's very difficult to divorce that taste then, because when you put this near your mouth, your nose gets in on the act, and actually it's so powerful in terms of the smell of this one that you can't. It's difficult to separate them. So, what am I left with on the tongue? Dark, bitter roasted malts, coffee. Got the coffee in there. The vanilla less so. That's more in the nose, I think. Although. The vanilla's there on the last mouthful you take. It doesn't stay for the aftertaste. It's like a visiting guest, and a welcome one, not like a mother-in-law or some such. Really very tasty. It's in terms of a place, it's a beer for a cold day for me. I don't think I would find this. I don't think this would be one of my first beers that I would go to if I saw it on cask or on tap somewhere. On a hot day, I wouldn't go for it. If I saw it on somewhere on a cask on a cold night, and I've gone in the pub and I'd had to unwrap several layers just to get to the bar, and get close enough to be able to get my drink. I'd definitely consider it.
Do you think this will give you the taste for to try more stouts?
Yeah, I mean it's not the first stout I've had. I've had
You've had the temptation. Come on now.
Manchester Marble Stout, Stoutish. Sorry, I've had the Temptation from the Durham Brewery, which is fantastic, and I've had the Imperial Russian Stout from Thornbridge as well. So newish to stout, but this seems like a. And I've had Guinness. Obviously, everybody's had Guinness at some point. I don't particularly like it. Controversial, but this I do like. So a rating.
It's quite reasonable too, isn't it, in Waitrose at the moment?
Oh yes, yeah, must mention it. Waitrose have picked up a load of the Meantime beer, so you can get this, you can get their porter, and you can get their IPA. Comes in a big bottle with a cork. £5, but I'm hoping it's going to be worth it. You'll see it on the channel soon. So a rating. A cold night beer, one that would fill you up nicely. Not in an unpleasant, bloaty way, just, you sat there with that contented feeling in your belly.
I didn't find that heavy last night when I drank it.
No.
It's not heavy.
No, heavy wouldn't leave you contented. Heavy would make you...
sad.
Yeah, it made me sad. Because I wouldn't be able to, get into my bar snacks. This would be great if you had some pork scratchings as well. I think
You have pork scratchings.
we have pork scratchings. I might tuck into those in a minute. I'm going to go with a 9.
No.
This is a 9 for me.
You can't rate that the same as a Temptation.
Could I give a Temptation a 9?
That's nuts.
I'm starting to get the flavour, the taste for stout. I think this is the problem. And ratings are relational. Yeah, but you can only...
Well, to be fair, Temptation is an imperial stout, so it's a different category. You could go.
If I was to put this up against a Guinness, well, I wouldn't. That'd be stupid. Yeah. So, for me, ratings are relational. They relate to where you are, what you're drinking, and what kind of class the beer is in, really, as much as anything. I'm happy to give this a 9. I recommend it heartily to you. I'm going to go away now and finish it. Take care. Have fun. Cheers.